Hey Dave, I just wanted to say, you're the biggest loser. Let me elaborate on that. I'll first start off by saying three letters: all wheel drive motorsports. Yeah. Seems like they were able to accomplish something that you haven't on two full test and tune runs. They went to the track on a regular day, running with other cars, and was able to accomplish what you have not been able to accomplish. Isn't that sad? Not for me, it's not. That just validates what I've been saying about you not being a genius, you not knowing what you're doing, you not being smart. And you take somebody that's been in the business just a few years, that built a car in 6 days and was able to eclipse your times, the times you were shooting for. And guess what? He showed you some love. He said, "Oh, I'd like to thank Buschur Racing and Dave and blah, 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 blah." Show him some love back. Take that run, post it on your site, on your webpage, so that people can see it. But you know why he won't do that? Because then that exact same time will be sitting right next to the time that you have, I believe 897, which would make you look really stupid considering that's a gutted, caged, all out, stripped down race car. And his car is going just as fast as yours. Yeah, see, I recognize that because it's not hard for me to correlate. I recognize. There's a lot of your little Evo Emmer cheerleaders that don't, because they're so stuck up your ass, they're not seeing it. But when they get a little bit older, they will. They'll look back in retrospect and they'll go, Dave wasn't all that. But it won't matter because by then you'll be gone anyway. You know what I mean? Because this whole Mitsubishi craze will be over with and there'll be nothing for you to sell. You know? The whole V2 intake is a whole nother thing for me, because I remember a big thing that you had with who else? Who was that? Oh, Magnus intakes. You said his intakes don't work. Well, Al from Dino Flash, one of your biggest supporters, said that the V2 intakes don't work. They don't make power. And you bitched and moaned and groaned to your fans and all your people on Evo M and everybody that buys product from you. You tried to say that the Magnus intakes don't work. But now you're selling an intake that people say don't work, but yet you're still selling them. And guess what? Your intakes cost almost 3 times as much. So it's safe to say that you're the biggest ripoff artist there is? Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that. I want to address another issue. How is it that you can actually build an engine without a clean room? There's a lot of rumor out there that Napa builds your engines for you. And when I heard that, I kind of laughed because I was like, come on, man, even Dave is better than that. But when you think about it, Dave is a distributor to all-wheel drive, to Dino Flash and ICS and all those guys that sell his product. How is it possible with the few guys that he has working in his shops that he could actually build all these engines and have all these things done, still work on customer cars, still tune customer cars, still dyno tune customer cars, still drive them and do everything that he does, run at the track, do his tests and tunes? How would it be possible to do all that with the 3 or 4 morons that work for him? Because let's see, I mean, he's got Jared from Subway. He's got himself. He's got, who else? I don't know, Nick the Dick. He's got one of his other brothers working for him. I mean, like, what's that, 4 or 5 people? I mean, come on. There's no way that he could be building all his engines like that. There's just no way. I'm not even trying to buy it. There's no way that he could be building engines like that. Not for other people. There's no way possible. He would never leave his shop, people. He would never go home. He'd be at his shop 24 hours a day. You think ICS is busy and George never goes home? He would never go home. And they don't distribute and build engines for other people. They're all smaller shops than him. And they've got more manpower. ICS has got more manpower than Dave Buschur. And he never goes home. How is it that Dave can go home? I don't know, just some food for thought. I'm not going to ramble too much about that. But, you know, all the Evo Mers out there that want to get on and pop a little smack just to go back on Evo M and say, oh, Dave, I gave it to Pussy Raids. Yeah, I told him a little something about himself. Listen, come on, kids. You guys can't verbally spar with me. You're not talented enough. I'm not even responding to you cats now because you bring me no challenge. Just like Dave brings me no challenge. Listen, Dave posted a $10,000 challenge to me. He closed his whole account out just so he could have some deniability. He closed it all out. He's a coward. Dave is a sucker. Dave will not race. You ask anybody out there, I'm not the first person that's challenged him. You guys are looking at me like I'm the first person. Listen, I'm a man. I stand by what I do. I don't do what I do because I'm trying to get some laughs or some views. Listen, this is all serious to me. If Dave wants to run for 10 grand, we can run for 10 grand, but Dave will not run for 10 grand. I will show up at Dave's shop. I can guarantee you the police will be waiting when I get there. There is no question about it. Dave is not man enough to meet me on the streets and run his car. When have you ever heard of Dave running in a street race? When? Tell me, anybody that can give me one occurrence, leave me a comment. Show me one video, anything. I don't think anybody can ever produce anything saying that Dave's ever been in a street race. Dave picks up his kids in that car. That's about it. That's what he calls his daily driver. It is just that, a daily driver. He drives it slow because he only knows how to drive it slow. He doesn't know how to drive it fast. That's why he doesn't drive it when he goes to the track. Or else, you know what he would have said when he got the 904 run? Get out and let me show you how it's done. You guys can't crack off an 890 run? Let me get in there and show you. He can't do that. Dave be lucky if he could get 950s, 960s in his car. Let me tell you something. All-wheel drive, that guy took my words and tried to make me eat him because I challenged him on his 859 run, and I said that wasn't fast. Looking at your mile an hour, your car could go much faster. He went to another track and he went faster on a regular track running day, and he was able to pop off 890s. You know what I'm saying? And I gave him credit for that. This is a great 2 runs. But I don't care who was driving it. I don't care if it was him. I don't care if it was Seawill. I don't care who was driving it. Chris Speed, I could care less who was driving it. The car goes fast. There's no question about that. I got to give it to him on that. And I even left him a comment saying, I guess you're the new sheriff. And it's just that simple. You know what I mean? Because I'm even man enough to say that the car is fast. I never denied that it was. I just said they weren't driving it right. And he took my words and he did something with them. You want to use them as inspiration? Okay, cool. You kids won't do that. You just want to get on and leave comments. Fuck you, blah, 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 blah. So you can go back on Evo M and tell Dave, like, you know, Dave's going to remember you when you come in the shop. And he's going to say, remember, I'm the guy that said, fuck you to Pussy Raid. Boo. You kids ain't shit. Anyways, I don't know half my supporters. Jack's Talent. I don't know Jack's Talent, but he sounds like a pretty intelligent guy. He sounds like we're on the same page. I don't know how long he's been racing. I don't know how long he's been organized or street racing. I've never really discussed anything in details with him. But, you know, you guys want to, you know, mess around because, you know, he agrees with a lot of things that I say. I'm sure he doesn't agree with everything that I have to say. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But at least the guy is man enough to admit when I'm right about a lot of things that I say. And I don't think that I'm wrong about any of this stuff. Again. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I think I've covered just about all of the things that I wanted to say. The clean room, the V2 intake, all-wheel drive motorsports being the fastest Evo in the country, and Dave not. Dave being the biggest loser. And oh, Jared, I wanted to say, man, loved you in the Subway trilogy. But when did you start getting into Evos, man? When? I didn't know you were in the Evos. I looked at your bio, you grew out some facial hair and everything, and man, you got this Evo with these chromed out RS Advans on there, and it goes 1080s, and I was like, wow, Jared's going as fast as some of the girls in my area. But that's a whole nother story. We'll get into that next time. Talk to you later.